Blocks of ice line the boat landing parking lot at Calumet County Park. Mary Lamers lives nearby, and she says she heard the familiar sound of the shoves coming in.
There's still a lot of open water, and so if it freezes and you get a wind, it'll keep pushing it into the shoreline.
Yeah, it's been quite the mild year. I think everybody can attest to that.
Calumet County Office and Program Manager Lindsay Meyer says weather conditions on this part of the lake can change quickly. On Tuesday, open water could be seen stretching just off the park's shoreline. And in the village of Harrison, runoff from a small stream nearby headed into the lake at the Fire Lane 8 landing. Ice travel here is not recommended. Back at Calumet County Park, the remaining blocks settle in.
Depending on the conditions, you can get some different coloration. The ones right behind me here do look a little bit blue, so sometimes, especially depending on how the sun's hitting them, it can be really pretty out here.
Lindsay Meyer says visitors from around the state venture to Lake Winnebago to see the shoves. Mary Lamers says the ice is just one of the reasons she likes living here.
It's just pretty, I can say. I love living on the lake, so I mean, there's nothing like it. The sunsets are what make it too. It's not just the ice push, it's the sunsets are gorgeous.
With a chisel to check ice thickness in one hand and in the other a sled filled with gear, fishermen cautiously make their way onto Asylum Bay in Oshkosh. The shallow inlet is typically one of the first places on Lake Winnebago to freeze, and anglers like Kurt Brandon are here to catch perch.
Just to like to get out, and it's fun catching fish through the ice. Yeah. Something to do, you know. We're avid open water fishermen, so we're kind of limited on what we can do, so we ice fish.
On Monday morning, anglers report ice thickness on this part of Asylum Bay is about 4 inches. But going on to the big part of Lake Winnebago is not recommended.
I don't think anybody's even walking out there yet. I mean, there's some open spots. That'll take a while it needs to get a little colder for the big lake.
Fishtails Bait Tackle and Coffee owner Corey Van Vonderen says recent warm, windy weather melted a lot of snow off the lake's surface.
As long as it gets cold again that night, that little bit of rain on top just adds an extra, quarter to half inch. Yeah. So it hasn't really affected us. We've just been lucky this year with the way the wind's been blowing.
Back on the ice, Van Vonderen says consistent cold would help conditions here.
I don't think we'll have any problem with the current ice we have. We have a very good base, but we definitely need some really cold weather to lock things up so it stops moving around.
In the meantime, Kurt Brandon says he'll keep one eye on the ice and the other on the perch.
And a lot of little ones, but you put some time in, you'll end up going home with a meal or two.
Hey, it's a lot warmer here inside, so if you can't get to the Packer game on Sunday, the Rahr-West will be open.
Perfect. Okay, so right now you're showing us a little bit of Christmas in the Mansion. So where does the inspiration for that come from?
Well, the inspiration for Christmas in the Mansion, we have a multitude of different rooms that are each decorated by community designers, so individual designers for each individual room at the Rahr-West Art Museum. And the inspiration for a lot of the designers comes from this beautiful historic mansion. The Vilas Rahr Mansion was built in 1893 and has been part of our community ever since. And so each room is decorated by an individual designer. We are a little bit modified, and we'll talk later in the day about some of the construction that's going on here at the Rahr-West Art Museum, but it is open, and we're so thankful for Nicolay Bank as our sponsor, and we're excited to be able to share Christmas in the Mansion with the public this year.
Beautiful. So, Greg, how many rooms are fully decorated in the mansion?
This year, because of the construction, we have a limited amount. We only have 5 rooms that are decorated. Our upstairs rooms this year won't be decorated. Next year we'll be back with a full mansion with a lot more decorations. But we've also decorated for the holidays the lounge gallery, a changing exhibit gallery in the museum. So there's a lot to see, along with our galleries that are fully open during this season.
Already we're seeing on camera there is a lot to see. So what are some of your favorite aspects or unique items on display there?
Oh, that's great. A great question. One of the things I love about this, if we can come back around here, is merging some of the decorative work of the individual designers of the room with some artwork from our own collection. In this case, The White Bird by William Paxton. The Rahr-West actually has one of Wisconsin's best art collections. And I'm not just saying that because I'm the director of the museum. We have been known throughout the state for our collection. And outside of Madison and Milwaukee, I would say we have probably the best permanent collection. We're going to talk about that in the next segment. But the way that we merge our collection, rather the designers merge the collection with these decorated rooms, probably my favorite thing about it.